Alright, what's going on everyone? Your boy Juan Valdez here with another video, and today we're going to be going over a topic that I get tons of requests about. We're going to be going over the product research process that we have and how we were able to find a product that made us over 200 grand our second month into dropshipping. So when it comes to e-commerce, you guys already know the name of the game. We're consistently looking for hot and trending products, and obviously doing product research is important, and the process that you have behind product research is also important. And when it comes down to it, we're not looking for 1,000 different products. We're looking for a few that are obviously hot and trending at the time that we can take advantage of and also profit from it. Last year you had the hoverboards when those came around already 2 years ago, and you know, people crushed it with those. And a few months back when we first got started into e-commerce, actually a little bit after we got started, you had the fidget spinners. Those absolutely crushed it. A little bit after that you also had like the charcoal toothpaste that was going around, and you had like the black face mask. So you can see like there's always, you know, product, they just catch on, they become trending, and you know, tons of people catch interest, and you just see it go viral and take off. And what we're trying to do is make sure we always stay up to date and we have a solid product research process so we can always find those products ahead of time, because you don't want to be late when it comes to catching these trends. You know, that's something that for us, like, we regret the most. Like, we wish we would have got started a little sooner in our e-commerce journey, back when the fidget spinners were, you know, hot and trending, because we know a few people that we actually looked up to that just absolutely crushed it with those. So you want to make sure you're constantly looking for trends. That way you can take advantage of them ahead of time and you can profit as much from them as possible. We're actually going to jump into my computer here, and what we're going to do is we're going to get started. I'm going to show you guys, share with you guys a little bit of our process of product research, and you know, how we find, you know, hot and trending products. Because ever since that we found our first product that obviously allowed us to have like one of our biggest months, we've still consistently found hot and trending products, and we've been able to narrow down this process on exactly how to look out for those products. So we'll jump right into my computer and I'll show you guys, you know, I'll give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough of how we find these products and how, you know, we keep doing it. All right, so when it comes down to it, when it comes down to product research, obviously you guys already know it's super important to have a process down. You know, having a process down is what helps us continuously find hot and trending products. So to get started, you guys know that we obviously use Aliexpress. They're one of the biggest suppliers over in China. They're a sister company of Alibaba. That's who we use for our suppliers to find all hot and trending products. We're not the only ones that use it. Like, some people on Amazon use it, that sell on Amazon, and a lot of different websites and businesses use Aliexpress. We're not the only ones, but they're basically, you know, Aliexpress is in it to make sure that they can show us and lead us to find the hot and most trending products. The reason why is because the way that Aliexpress makes money is from us continuously, you know, buying from them. That's how they stay in business. So obviously they don't want it to be difficult for us to find products on their website. They want to make it very easy. Usually when I get started with our product research process, I come on their homepage, and they're consistently changing their homepage around often. So just based on different things, like they have different sales going on, you know, depending on the season, they might be showing different products. They might move things around, but usually it's all for the better, right? So usually I start just browsing around Aliexpress, just seeing like what they're having deals on. You know, we don't really mess around with like electronic products, but sometimes you see what they have going on here. But mainly we look like trending styles, clothing for sure. Look at that. Accessories we definitely take a look at. We pretty much take a look at the whole website just to see, you know, what they're having deals on, what they're really promoting, because usually the products that they're really promoting are products that people are buying or usually interested in based on a lot of different factors, right? And the way I'm not just saying that to say it. I'm saying that because when we found our first hot product, it was a product that I would see while I was scrolling, but I wouldn't pay any mind to it. And that's when I figured, you know, I'm going to start paying attention to the products that they show on here. Not only that, but I'm going to keep looking, you know, more within that category of whatever product it is that I'm looking for. Not looking for, but whatever products, like let's say if they're promoting like these backpacks, I'm going to see different products within the backpack area that are, you know, potentially selling really well, and potentially add those and test those out as well. But to kind of get started, so after I do my browse through the whole website, I then will, you know, I'll just pick a category, honestly. Obviously, you guys know the approach. When it comes down to e-commerce, we're not looking for 1,000 products at a time to, you know, look at and, you know, obviously profit from. We're looking for, you know, usually we recommend that you look for 5 to 10 a day, usually, for your product research process. That way, you know, obviously those, if you find 5 and then 2 end up not really doing as well. You at least have 3 left over. That's why we say minimum 5, but if possible 10. That way, in case the products that you start testing at first aren't the best, you don't have to worry about going back to your product research. You already have some products picked out you can go with. So to kind of get started, so let's say if I personally was if I was just starting off with a brand new store, let's say I wanted to test out the baby niche, right? It's a huge niche. Well, obviously there's new babies born almost every day, I believe. I think there's a statistic on it. So let's say if you wanted to do the baby niche, right? I'm gonna start looking at the clothing. I'm gonna see what products they're promoting first in order, and see what they have deals on and things like that. Oh, another thing I actually forgot to show you guys is if you actually go on Aliexpress and you look at the flash deals section, it'll actually show you a percentage of how much was claimed for the product. So that's pretty cool because you can already start getting insight on how products that people are already buying. Again, you want to try to see if you can find products that people are already selling, because that saves you a lot of time and efforts. There's no need to try to test a product that hasn't sold at all. You might as well, if you're going to test any products, test some that have already sold at least some, right? So I would take a look at that flash deal section, and then again, if we're going to go back to our baby niche, I'm going to go down here, go in the baby section. Let's say I'm going to start off with like baby's clothing, right? I don't know. I'm just going to be random with it. So when it comes down to finding products, what we usually like to do is we look for products that minimum usually have over 500 orders. Usually below that, it's still pretty low, so we don't know. But if it has usually over 500 orders, that's a good number that's been tested over and over again, that you can probably count on, that has sold pretty well, and it's probably an item that will sell really well for you. This product right here, for example, has over 568 orders. It has 200 reviews. It has 5 stars. So this is a product that for sure I start to consider. Then you have this one over here that has a 900. Usually the number that you want to look for is anywhere from above 500 and below like 5 to 8,000. That's what we have found. That's a good range. Usually if it's over like 8,000 and it's above 10,000, it's usually the product has been like already sold a ton of, and it's very saturated. So we want to find products that, nothing wrong with finding saturated products, but usually what happens with those products is that they end up being very expensive to advertise, and they end up being not as profitable. So personally, what I would do is I would make sure that we're finding products that are in that range, anywhere from above 500, from anywhere from like 500 to like 2,000-3,000. That's still a good range where it's still early on, and you can still really profit from the product. So first we start off with finding products that have above the amount of orders. You can actually filter it out. Let's see, sometimes they have the filters where you can filter it by the amount of orders. It looks like for this product it doesn't, but usually it does have an option right here where you can filter that out. I would start off with this one. Usually what I like to do is I like to have a list, usually while I'm doing my product research process, look for 5 to 10 products at a time. That way, obviously later on I have them ready and I can choose which ones to test from. So after I narrow down to the ones that have the high orders or the perfect amount of orders, I start adding them to either the cart here, and then I also add them on to an Excel sheet. I'm actually going to show you guys the Excel sheet that I use for that. But what I'll do is I'll keep looking here. I'll keep browsing a little bit. I'll keep finding products like this one. Looks like it has over 1,000 orders. That's good. It has over 1,000 reviews. So I'm liking that. See, this one has pretty low. It has only sold over 100. So I'd be a little on the fence as to if I should try it, but I would still consider it. So I'd keep it in mind. But you see I have this one that's 2,000. Obviously right now while I'm recording this video, it's the winter time. So this one, it makes sense as to why it has this many orders, because it is the time to have jackets. So that's a good one that I would try. Have this one long sleeve. Again, when it comes to find hot and trending products, you want to think about a few things, right? You want to think about the season that you're in, because obviously you're not going to sell, let's say, like winter clothes if it's a summertime. That wouldn't make sense, right? You want to think about season. You want to think about maybe holidays, specials, different things like that you want to keep in mind. For sure, seasons right off the bat. You want to make sure if it's like, if the schools come right around the corner, maybe school supplies might be a niche, or, maybe like clothing like this for kids going back to school. That might be an area as well that you want to consider. But seasons for sure you want to keep in mind, because season can give you a lot of, depending on the season that it is, you can get a lot of insight on what kind of products will have a better chance of doing well than others. and also you can find products that have less competition. So I'll keep looking through here. Usually what I like to also do, the next point that I wanted to go with is, and this is something that a lot of the top, e-commerce experts don't really share. But one of the things that we look out for, this is something that we've learned from a few of our mentors and that we've tested. Again, I want to remind you guys, some of the things that we're sharing, these aren't things that we're coming up with because we're no like some sort of like irregular geniuses. Like we learn from mentors of people that have already done it before and simply try those strategies. If they work, then we repeat them, and if they don't, then we just kill and look for other strategies that we can try. So one strategy that has worked really well for us is finding products that not only has the perfect amount of orders, but also like this one that has multiple variants. And what I mean by that is, but when it comes down to it, this item right here, this is actually like an ideal product that I definitely added to the list. So we'll go on it. I'll show you guys what variants. By variants, what I mean is either having different colors, different styles, or different, something that either of those two is pretty good. Usually different styles, different colors. The reason why I say that is because sometimes you have people that come on here or come on your store. They find this product that looks really nice. I mean, this is a pretty nice design. And then they'll like that one, and they'll also want to see what different kinds of similar designs. So if you have that same design in different styles and in different colors, they're very likely to buy more than just the first product that you advertised. I would say for sure, for a lot of the products that we've advertised that have done really well for us, that had multiple variants, a majority of the time, or a minimum a good portion of the time, people ended up buying more than just the first option that we advertised. They ended up buying a few other variants along with that same order. So I'd recommend for sure you guys to find this, because what'll happen is the baby might have a little sister, another sibling that this would be a perfect fit for, So if you have this option and they're buying one and they have two, they're more likely to buy more if you have it available. If you don't have it available, then it's obviously less likely because there's no option there. But I've seen it happen before, so I'd recommend for sure for you guys to always look for products like this that have the good amount of orders, which is like this area is pretty good. Has variants for sure, because this is something that really helps out. And this, what it also does, having these variants increases your average order value, because obviously if they're coming in for one, but then let's say out of 10 people, they end like 3 or 4 of them end up leaving with an extra one, you just increase your order value simply by adding in a variant. So I'll make another video on different things you can do to increase your order value, but for now, this is one of the ways as well. So when it comes down to it, you want to make sure, again, find the right amount of orders and you're finding variants. Now, the next thing you want to do is, after you find this product, I usually save it, so I would add it to the cart. After I add it to the cart, obviously you want to make sure it has e-packet, because e-pack is what you use to get your product shipped out. They provide the shipping, the tracking number, and all that stuff. So make sure for that. And then another thing you can do is, you want to make sure, obviously, like if these guys have any products that are out of stock and maybe you can't have these variants, maybe find another vendor that has these products so you can have all the variants. But I'll make also another video on vendors to let you guys know more about that. After you find hot and trending products like this is an ideal product. They have, let me see the vendor here. The vendor's been open for 5 years, so I'm assuming if they've been open for 5 years, they have this many reviews and orders. This is a product that I would personally look for. So after doing this, what you want to do is you want to take advantage. Aliexpress has this section down here. This is actually the descriptions you guys can look at of the product, letting you know more about it. But down here, you can see that for this vendor, their best selling section is some of these products. It may or may not be true, but sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. This is something, again, that a lot of people don't share. I'd come down here, and this is something that, again, has helped us find hot and trending products within the same niche, actually. And we come down here, we actually take a look at the related product section, right? If you look down here, it lets you see more products from this seller and from other sellers, and also premium related products. So what this does is it shows you products that's much alike the first product that you looked at. And within these products, looks like you got a new subscriber. Yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm looking down here. What this does is that it shows you similar products, right? And this makes your product research a lot easier, because then you can come down here and find things that are very similar to this product. And the reason why you want to find similar products and you want to keep browsing through to find more just keep doing more product research is because, let's say, even for example, let's say any of these 4 products, they're not, let's say none of these are an ideal hot product or an ideal product that you would test, like the first one that we just saw that has the right amount of orders and also has the variants, the right reviews and all that great stuff, right? These products though are products that you can also add on to potentially upsell or downsell to your customers. Again, that's another way that you can increase your average order value by always having similar products that you can offer to your customers that are coming in and buying these products. I'm getting all these ideas now. I'll also make a video on upsells and downsells and why your offers have to be congruent, because if not, it'll actually bring down your conversions when it comes to upselling and downselling. But again, so we look through the premium related products, right? And you can see right here, now I have another product here, right? And this one has, again, 1,126 orders. So this product actually looks pretty good. I would consider this one. It has multiple variants. Again, same thing. Believe it or not, guys, these products that have these variants are like game changer, because we have products that we simply started advertising, and when we started advertising a similar option to that same product with multiple variants, we automatically started selling a lot more than when we had just one option with the other product. So this is something for sure you guys should take advantage of. But this right here, another ideal product. So this is something that I would take advantage of right here, add it onto the cart. And again, I keep doing the same thing. I look for similar products. It doesn't have to be exactly the same type of clothes, but look for similar options, right? You can see right here. Let's see if they give you more. They give you more from the seller, This one might not give you the related products, but I just go back to the other page and look for the other ones, right? So after looking for this, okay, cool. Now I see this. I would go back here, and I just keep looking at more related products. Like maybe you don't want, we already have these sets, right? Let's look at, maybe we can have a dress, maybe. I don't know. I keep looking at it. This one looks like, 500 orders, so it's decent. It has the right shipping. It has some variants. So I consider this. Usually I try to start off with adding the products that have the perfect amount of orders, like over 500 in a few thousand, and obviously with some variants, and then I try to work my way down to the ones that have the least orders. But I'd still consider them, because these are products that, again, you can also offer as upsells, and you can also add in as fillers in your your categories. That way you're not just advertising in your store just one product under one category. You at least have 2 or 3 options. Even though you're mainly only driving traffic to one product. That's the process. That is a lot of the process that we use to find hot and trending products. What we do from there is I'll also start looking at after I have them all lined up, I'll start looking at the prices to see if I should do either a free plus shipping or if I should do retail. For some of you guys that don't already know, free plus shipping is simply where you advertise a product as free and you just have the customers pay for shipping. And retail offer is where you just advertise the product as a regular offer, just like anything else you get spot online for a specific price with maybe like a discount or something. So depending on the price, I'll start looking at the ones that I can do free plus shipping and the ones that I can't, and do just regular retail offers. We recommend to test both. We've had a good amount of success with both, so we recommend to test those out. I'll also make a video on deciding on which one to choose. But basically what I wanted to show you guys is, after doing this, the list that I have put together. So I have this list. It's an old list of some of the old products that I've used before. Right here, like this is just an example to show you guys. I've done product research for these products. You can actually feel free to use them and try them out if you'd like. We've tested them out. But basically, the way that I have it set up, and I have this set up in an Excel sheet, and it's pretty simple. The way you can use it is, I have it arranged that way. It's very easy for me to organize my products and know which ones I've tested, and also see different metrics within the products, right? So the first thing I have here is the names for the products. You can see that they're named here. Then I have direct links to the images for them. If you see it, if I click on this, I have a drop box where I just have the perfect pictures for these products. Obviously, I want you to sign in. Not going to sign in right now. But yeah, so I have links to have the perfect images. Again, having the right images is huge. I then cover these metrics. So I want to make sure I know the selling price for this product. I wanted to make sure I know what it cost me. I want to make sure I know what the shipping costs are, and I want to make sure I know what my profit margin is. These are all important metrics because you want to have an idea of like what's the potential per each product. That way you know if you should actually consider doing a free plus shipping or retail as well. That makes it a lot easier to decide. And then when it comes down to it, I'll make sure to organize and have the link ready for Aliexpress. Sometimes what I do check on eBay to make sure to see like how it's selling on there, just to look at the price and how much it's selling it for. And I do also check Amazon to see what they're selling it for and see the product reviews that it has, and just to see how it's selling. And then of course I have a link to my store. So this is a quick Excel sheet that I use to have my products laid out, and that I keep track of all the ones that I've tried and tested. You guys can feel free to just replicate this one if you think it would help, and keep track of your products and be able to see which ones you're testing and keep it organized. All right, so that's the process behind how we find hot and trending products. I hope you guys got value from the video. Hope you guys also got value from the Excel sheet that I shared with you guys. I'm showing you guys how we keep track of all the hot and trending products that we've tested and that we will test, and also tracking the metrics. If you did get value, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the process that we have, if you tried it, and how it's worked for you guys. And also give me some feedback. Let me know what other kinds of videos you guys like to see, if you like to see more like this, and also other different things that you would, the different topics that you'd like to see me record a video on. And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna stay consistent with you guys, and I'm gonna be dropping a lot more content. So see you guys in the next video. Peace.